Okay, so in my first few months as Aberdeen manager, we have started to transform this team. 6 new signings brought in from only a 7 to 10 million budget, and right now we find ourselves amongst the best teams in the league. Now, also last episode, we let go of a few players to fund our youth academy, and I think today that's going to pay off very big for us. So as always, drop a like if you want more of this series, and I say we get right back into it. Now, as we start this episode, we're just chilling in our office, getting ready for the week. And then the Aberdeen sporting director walks in and he says, I want to introduce you to the first Aberdeen Youth Academy graduate of the year. So the youth player himself steps up and he says, my name is Frankie O'Donnell. I'm a striker and I'm ready to show you what I can do. And we say, well, we already have a starting striker in Ali. We do need a backup though. And Frankie says, if you give me a chance, I will become the best striker in Scotland. Now, first comment today, though, you should bring in Lennon Miller, a huge Scottish talent. Yeah, I did look a little bit at Lennon Miller. The issue was he was a little bit too expensive for us. But who knows? Maybe he's target for our future. Now, next one, Ronaldo Jr. is over 6'3" IRL, so I think you should make him that height in game as well. I thought I saw something saying he's the same height as Ronaldo now, which would be around like 6'2". So maybe next year I'll bump up his height like 2 inches maybe. Now, last one, day 1 of asking for a Borussia Dortmund career mode. Yeah, I think in this Journeyman series, at some point I want to go to the Bundesliga. Now, I don't know what team it could be. Dortmund, Leverkusen, a smaller team too, maybe like Schalke. Just at some point, I do want to coach in Germany. So who knows? Maybe it can happen at Dortmund. But okay, we got to talk about our first Youth Academy graduate, Frankie O'Donnell here, because this kid looks special. So in terms of height, he's 6'5". He's 18 years old, 63 rated to start at striker, of course. And he's got 85 to 94 potential. Now that is pretty much like world-class potential. So his best starting stats are he's actually pretty quick for his height. Acceleration, agility, sprint speed, aggression. Now everything else needs a lot of work. Shot power looks good though, finishing, heading. Now he only has one play style, which kind of sucks. But hey, Frankie O'Donnell looks like he could be like a star striker for Scotland in the future here. And also, of course, a star striker for us. That 6'5" height makes me think of like players like Erling Haaland. Or actually, he's more like the height of Zlatan, actually. I think Zlatan was 6'5". So did we just find like the Scottish Zlatan Ibrahimović? Maybe. But he's definitely going to be in the senior team now. And okay, apparently he has potential to be special. So that is definitely 90 plus potential for Frankie O'Donnell. I mean, I'll say it again. This guy could be special for us in the whole entire series, maybe. For those who know, kind of like Sammy Jorgensen, if you guys remember that. But right, though, he's going to find a spot on our bench. Definitely we'll get a chance today to play a little bit at least. And we're going to see if he actually is the Scottish Zlatan. All right, though. So first game today is going to be versus Rangers. And they're in first currently. So first versus second. Now, right now, I believe, yeah, we're 3 points behind them. So if we could beat them here, we actually might go into first on goal difference. And they've not lost a game yet. So we could give them their first loss of the year. So once again, O'Donnell's going to be on the bench. Probably makes an appearance at some point if, if things fall into place. But strongest first team. And this is huge, man. First versus second in the Scottish Premiership. Last episode, we had, a devastating loss versus Celtic in the 90th minute, like the last minute of the game. I do feel that we played pretty well against them. So now versus Rangers, see if we can actually get a win versus, one of the 2 teams that we're trying to dethrone in this country. Aberdeen versus Rangers. I'm noticing from the beginning, bro, these guys are sprinting at my center backs. They're sprinting at them, boys. Relax. Okay, they're just like pressing demons, I'm seeing. Oh, that's a nice back heel there. And the shot, thankfully, Okonkwo was going to make that save. That was a good pass, though. All right, they've had a nice opening. Junior over to Leonard, though. We found out last episode, Leonard has definitely got some progressing the ball ability. Ronaldo Jr., though, goes over to Ali. Pass over the middle. Clarkson, you got to score that. Come on, Clarkson shot, and that's going to be the first goal of today. All right, first chance of the day, and it's going to be a goal for Leighton Clarkson. And our finishing has been inconsistent, but man, that's a good start. First shot, first goal. Let's just keep that up now. And we take maybe a shock lead against Rangers away from home. Oh, Leonard, great steal. McKenzie picks it up too. Nice. Now, McKenzie, that's a great ball over to Harvey White. Harvey over to the captain, McGrath. Now, there is space here. We're going to fire it over to Ali. First time shot from Ali, and it's a good attempt. That was a very ambitious shot by me, though. All right, once again, like Celtic, I feel like we've been the better team now to start. They had a good first, 5-10 minutes, but since then, we've been the better team. It shows our tactics, even though we're so worse than them, you can see them working. Now, Harvey White, good dribbling here. Okay, well, we just got absolutely swiped there. Now, Chirodia misses that tackle, but okay, Tobers comes over, and he's going to clear it. No nonsense defending right there. Now, that's a nice passing. It's going to be a shot there. Chirodia can't block it, but Okonkwo, that was a weird animation, but I mean, if he makes a save, I'm not going to be mad. I guess it's an orthodox, but it works. Now, Ronaldo Jr.'s got space again. All right, Junior's going to try to cross this. Okay, that was actually meant for McGrath, not our striker, but it's actually fine because our guy got it. Now, oh, Harvey White couldn't collect that though. Tobers, no nonsense. No nonsense. Oh no, that's going to be a yellow. Oh, it's actually going to be a play on, and then Jensen gets it and they pull it back. All right, that was a rough tackle. I'll take the yellow though. I think that was pretty worth it. This should not be too threatening of a spot, which Ronaldo Jr. clearance away is fine. And okay, halftime, we're currently 1-0 up. Tony, Aberdeen is shocking some people in Scotland here. We're shocking some people. Our full budget is like a percentage of these teams' budgets, but we're competing with them. Jensen over to Ali. Ali's going to get it over to Clarkson. Okay, there's no pass. Let's be calm. Patience. Now there's a pass because White is going to play it through to Leonard, and that's gonna be 2-0 to Aberdeen. Away from home right now, we are shocking some people. And this team just feels really good. All the pieces right now kind of just fit nicely. All our signings. Like, Leonard has been so good since picking him up. I guess he was kind of like the poor man's Lennon Miller. But yeah, he's been so good. Okay, 2-0 up. I think it's time for Frankie O'Donnell. So Ali's gonna get some rest, and the young, maybe Scottish Zlatan is gonna make the first appearance of his career. You know, he's got the bright orange-red boots. Let's see if he's any good. And also make sure we don't lose this late. Okay, Tobers, also don't get sent off, please, because that would be bad. Okay, I tried to hit it back to Okonkwo. I guess it works. Short corner, it's gonna be probably sent in, maybe not. Gonna be now Sutar. Oh, that's a nice pass. The Elo shot. Okonkwo save. And he's going to get it, but okay, that guy was offside. Hey, still Okonkwo. That was a great save, though. I like to see it. Clarkson, Frankie O'Donnell, first touch. Welcome to the team. Now, Ronaldo Jr. over to Frankie O'Donnell. Man, he tried to go for that, but didn't really get close. Come on, don't let him score, though. Don't let him score. I need this 2-goal lead still. We need to keep it. Chance there. McKenzie, bro. McKenzie's such a good left back. He's so good for his rating, and this has just been a very solid performance so far. Now, Leonard's going to get it. Oh, that's not where I want it. You know what? Clarkson is fighting for it at least. You know, he actually put some effort in to run for it, though. I like that. His team is full of young energy. Now, also, that energy is inexperienced. Oh, that could have been so bad. Okay, Chiarodi is going to clean it up, but that could have been so bad. Leonard, O'Donnell's going to play it over to Ronaldo Jr. Nice. Ronaldo Jr. is going to cut inside, going to go for a long shot there. It's right at the defender's feet, though. That's so unfortunate. All right, though, 5 minutes. I think we're going to have a shock win here versus Rangers. They've played well, but our defense has been just enough to hold a clean sheet. Just good enough. Is it still good enough here? Okonkwo, that's another good save from him. And I have been thoroughly impressed with him. He is such a good goalkeeper. Definitely the height helps us. Good punch out from our keeper there again. Come on, we deserve this clean sheet. The defense deserves it. Junior's gonna get a steal there, and I think that's gonna be game. All right, so Frankie O'Donnell doesn't score on his debut, but we get an absolute shock win away at Rangers. And hey, that is a statement by Aberdeen FC, a statement. And so for the time being, we actually sit in first on goal difference, tied with Celtic and Rangers though, so it's so close. But man, our first 10 games in Scotland, that is such a nice thing to see. We are the real deal, I think, this year. And also, yeah, Frankie O'Donnell, you know, got his first few minutes under his belt. We're definitely going to see more of him today though. All right, though, next game is going to be against what I thought was one of the better teams in the Conference League in RB Salzburg. They're in 22nd though. We're in 6th. So it's not been a bad start for us. I'm kind of surprised they're so low. But okay, regular first team is going to play versus Salzburg. So Ali is going to kick us off when it's trying, you know, stay in that top 8 in the Conference League, try and skip that first round. I'm guessing it's the same as the Champions. Like, I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same though, you know, skipping that first playoff round. Okay, Leonard, that first shot was pretty good. Now, Clarkson, White is going to try to swing this up to someone. Okay, actually almost got to it there, but man, we just can't score off corners or even crosses, anything. We haven't even been close yet. Now, McKenzie, Clarkson, over to Leonard. Leonard going to stop finesse. Okay, that is just easily blocked. And Harvey White though, what a climb there. Leonard is going to be offside. Okay, that's horrible execution. Good start to the game, boys. Good start. Now, it's a good pass through there. Defense standing up strong. Going to be a tackle or penalty, one of those things. Okay, Jensen gets it there, but it goes back to him. Okay, this team is definitely holding on to it, bro. It's glued to their feet. Going to be Jensen there, good tackle, and we do get the ball out. Actually, we do. Leonard or Clarkson. Gonna try to play it to Ali. Okay, I'm just playing rush passes right now. Okay, I gotta slow this down. I think that Rangers win has got me thinking this team is like prime Barcelona or something. Let's slow this down just a little bit. Ali over to Leonard. Leonard is gonna hold this. Oh man, he just closed me down at the perfect time. All right, Junior tries again. He got space to work with now. Junior's gonna cut inside there. Junior is gonna try to play a long pass over to McGrath. It wasn't a bad idea. Not the best execution. Now Ronaldo Jr. on the volley. Oh man, that thing had a nice dip to it. We do need to get closer to goal though. Nice cross in. Harvey White, good clearance away. Okay, someone fell down there, but no penalty. But Salzburg are definitely not playing bad here. I think they're a lot better than 22nd in the Conference League. Junior plays a nice ball to Leonard. Leonard, oh, that's such a good slide tackle, man. You got to be kidding me. We had numbers there, couldn't take advantage of it. All right, halftime, it's going to be still 0-0. I am thinking we're going to see a Frankie O'Donnell appearance here probably soon. And they're finding these passes in our box or in our area, which are dangerous. That shot is not that dangerous though. Now I see a pass to Ali. We're going to try to get it to him, but Ali wasn't really ready for it. It kind of got deflected though. Yeah, we're not finding much success attacking wise in this game. Gonna be a run here. Now it's a good chance for a shot. Maybe we're going to step up. Oh, that's good passing. But okay, Tolbers, that is a great block right there. All right, 2 subs, O'Donnell, and also Keskinen is coming on. Last 20 minutes here to try and find something. I think we need fresh legs on. Now, McKenzie, that might be a little risky, which it really was. That's a nice crossover that is going to be cleared. Header is going to be, oh no, it's saved. Chance is not doing that though. That was so awkward. All these chances are so hard to defend, bro. They're so hard to defend. Okay, Leonard got the block there. Another corner in. White. Okay, that clearance away is so bad, bro. Come on. Hey, Clarkson, that's a better clearance at least. And they've used up like 10 minutes here attacking. The nice ball through. Vander Bremt. What a name. Bro, they're being so patient. It's driving me nuts right now. Come on. Okay, that's actually a bad touch. Junior. Oh, man. Again, bro, they're just winning every 50-50 right now. Bro, they're a team full of psychos. Leonard, it's going to be Clarkson. Perfect ball to Junior, though. Junior. Gonna get it to O'Donnell, but once again, a perfect sliding tackle interception. That is just incredible. We might have one chance, if any. O'Donnell gonna get this, gonna play it over to Keskinen. Keskinen, oh, we can't get the pass backwards, bro. They've stopped every single like sliver of attacking we had this game. I mean, that was just like a defensive masterclass by Salzburg, so it's gonna be a 0-0 draw. Yeah, I did not like that game. That game was disgusting. All right, though, so after a few more sim games, we now sit in second, still just 1 point behind Rangers, though, so we're hanging on. We're 11 points above fourth, so we're kind of pulling away there. It's looking like a three-way title race this year. Now, before our next game, though, we're in training, and we call Frankie O'Donnell over. We say, you've done well off the bench so far. You know, everyone sees the potential you have. Ali needs a rest, though, so you're going to be starting in the next 2 games. And Frankie says, I won't let you down. All right, so next game is a tough one, you know, second versus fourth versus St. Johnston, or I should say probably St. Johnstone. But okay, O'Donnell is going to start his first full 90 minutes, and we will see how this goes. And I don't think Frankie's even taken like a shot today. That's how many chances he's had. But okay, O'Donnell gets this game kicked off. See if we have a better one than the last one, man. That last one was just, that was not good football by either team. Now, Clarkson is going to get it back to Leonard. Leonard over to Harvey White. White's going to stop. Oh, that's a nice stop. Leonard, chance to shoot. And okay, already better than last game. Leonard's going to score to make it 1-0 in the 5th minute already. And that was as simple as you like. So funny, you know, we struggled to score all last game and then we score in like 6 minutes here. Some games can't find the space, others you can. All right, Clarkson up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, that's a nice touch there. Okay, really good touch. Frankie O'Donnell looking for the first goal of his career, and he's got it. Okay, he just took one really good touch, turned, and then ran at goal. And okay, the first goal of Frankie O'Donnell's career. Man, his first shot, that was a nice finish, though. That was a powerful finish. That touch was crazy, and then he's kind of broke away from the defender. You know, for 6'5", he's got a lot of pace. Kind of scary. It's kind of like Haaland-esque. Really, he's like Haaland and Zlatan mixed, really. Because I feel like he's going to end up being probably as fast as Haaland. But I feel like physically he looks more like Zlatan. I don't know, but so far he already scored. Now Frankie's going to try to look for a pass or a shot. Is going to dink it up. That's going to get through. And then, oh, Leonard, that was a chance for a beautiful goal. And I thought that went in. That was a great pass from O'Donnell, though. Again, the kid is showing out in his first start. All right, Junior's going to get that steal. Going to be Clarkson into Leonard, over to Frankie O'Donnell, and he's got already 2 this game. Yeah, we might be watching a future star here. Gets a chance to start, and he has 2 in the first half, already a brace. And man, that pass demanded a first-time shot, and he just took it perfectly. Like, that is just hit so cleanly, no chance for a save. Once again, Frankie O'Donnell, maybe remember the name. Gonna be a very large character in this Journeyman series. I mean, hey, for 4th place, St. Johnstone are not looking that good. I'm probably gonna jinx it, though. It's just what I tend to do. Ober's good steal. Now White is gonna get over to McGrath. Frankie O'Donnell gets it back to Clarkson. Clarkson gonna get it back to Frankie. Frankie looking for the first half hat trick. Is gonna cut inside. Left-footed shot. Oh, Frankie O'Donnell's got a hat trick. Bro, I was just like trying to test out his skills right there. But he has got a first half hat trick in his first ever start. Now, I kind of forgot he does have 4-star skills. So, you know, he's got some technical ability. And I wasn't quite expecting this, though. You know, just a fake shot and then going away from goal to still get that on target. That is a quality striker's finish. Man, he really had like no chances in the first 2 games. And he has a hat trick here in the first half. That is insane. And also, we are 4-0 up at halftime. I mean, he's literally like 10 ratings lower than Ali, but can't lie, he's feeling real good in this game. Now Clarkson to Junior. Frankie's calling for it. Frankie's gonna get a first touch here. Frankie's gonna have a pass maybe to the middle. Pass over, Leonard shot, and it's gonna be now 5-0. Bro, this is a thrashing right now. This could get very ugly for St. Johnstone. This is a slapping. Clarkson around 1. Nice. We got, oh, Frankie's in. Frankie gonna go for, oh, he tried to go for a back heel, I think. Man, he went for something cheeky. And that would have been a nice goal if that actually worked. Or he might score 4 in his first start. He actually might do that. Look, at this point, I'm actually be surprised if he doesn't do that. Now, Clarkson over to Leonard. Leonard, oh, I tried getting it back to Clarkson. Now, Jensen over to Clarkson. Clarkson over to Leonard. Leonard gets it over to Ronaldo Jr. Oh, Jr., you got to score that, man. That is an easy one. And I tried a finesse shot there. I can't do finesses anymore, though. They just don't work like they used to in older FCs or FIFAs. That shot is deflected. All right, short corner over to Harvey White. Crossover. Oh, that was aiming for Frankie. All right, header one, though. It's going to be Leonard from distance. And okay, he got taken out. He took that shot. That should have been a foul, actually. Leonard into Frankie. Frankie turned there. Shot from Frankie O'Donnell. Okay, that's his definitely his worst shot of today. That wasn't even close. I think we'll let him off on that one, you know, because he already scored 3. All right, though, full time. So that is a 5-0 win. And in his first start, Frankie O'Donnell is going to take home the match ball. And I am heavily impressed after that one. Look at that. So suddenly O'Donnell is the name on everyone's lips. No wonder after the youngsters smashed an incredible first senior hat trick. It feels like we might have just seen, you know, a star being born, but it was only just one game. So our next game, we actually have given hand over Rangers. So if we win our next game, we go back into first with a 2-point lead. I think actually even a draw puts us in first on goal difference. I mean, we're the highest scoring team in the league and also the best defense. We've conceded what, 8 goals less than Rangers? We've got this team looking very special. Ronaldo Jr. is the second highest goal scorer in the league. You know, we got Frankie O'Donnell coming through the ranks. Yeah, we are looking solid. So next game is versus Motherwell. I'm gonna play Frankie O'Donnell. I'm gonna start him again. Other than that though, same first team. And can Frankie do it again? We'll see. Now, if he scores another hat trick or even like 1 or 2 this game, then I'll be, I might actually call him the next Zlatan Ibrahimović. He might earn that tag officially. Now, this guy's got a lot of space in the middle. This is not great. Now, Girodia is going to go for a tackle there. That's a perfect block. That is beautiful defending. Now, it's going to be Clarkson. O'Donnell's making a nice run. Good first touch. The power is nice. Going to go for a shot. Bro, Frankie O'Donnell is the next big thing. The strength there and the size, you know, to hold off the defender and still have a nice finish. Bro, I'm getting like Sean Frost, Sammy Jorgensen, you know, like vibes. And that might be the play style, but that is such a nice finish though. And I think Ali's, his starting spot is definitely in jeopardy. Because if O'Donnell's playing this well, can I really bench him after this? He's playing just incredible. Right though, McKenzie, Leonard. Oh, if that's still Leonard, man, we have a long shot opportunity there. Look at that top left. Tyztir, manager of the month. I think with our current record, you know, best defense, best offense, that is probably a unanimously voted award for me. Now that's a nice cross in. Jensen. Okay, clearance is not good. Gonna be back to their midfield. Shot there, blocked. Now Jensen again. Jensen, good tackle. All right, let's keep this up. Ronaldo Jr.'s got space. Gonna play it over to Clarkson. Clarkson over to Harvey White. Now over to McGrath, which he's in. Gonna take a shot across goal. What a finish from our captain. Bro, he just put that like where the spiders hang in the corner. This was not really a kind angle. I was hoping for maybe a rebound, but he truly just put that right where he needed to. And we are looking like an absolute like genius mastermind right now in this team. You know, people might have thought LAFC and Ronaldo carried us. That's why we won the MLS Cup. The fact that we're now doing this in Scotland, I think it's a sign that maybe, you know, maybe we got some ability ourselves to coach and also to build a team because I am just liking the way we look. And I'm about to jinx it. Okay, that shot is wide. Almost just jinxed it in real time. Leonard Clarkson over the top goes to Frankie O'Donnell. Is going to go for a nice little chip. Oh, he hits actually the post. That would have been so clean. Okay, Clarkson still has it. Oh, that would have been such a nice finish. Try it again though, maybe. Leonard, okay. Frankie, move. Frankie, you got to move there. Leonard still, okay, he still stole it back, but he got deflected. Bro, that was just chaos. Now, far post, White over to Frankie O'Donnell. Oh man, that's the closest we've been to scoring from a header. Oh, he came in so well there, but why is it into the ground, man? It should be like a bullet into the back of the net. All right, maybe one more chance for halftime. It's going to be White over to Ronaldo Jr. Okay, keep it. Nice, Junior. Oh, man, he's just a little bit, his ball control stats probably not that good because I feel like he doesn't keep it, like, close control enough. You know, it's actually the opposite. He actually has better ball control than dribbling, so it's actually his dribbling stat. I feel like right now it's a little bit of weakness, you know, from becoming a truly elite player in Ronaldo Jr. But him being, like, the second highest goal scorer in the league as a winger, I mean, that's special. That is, once again, Ronaldo Senior-esque. Now, is that a foul? That's going to be a foul. Now, this is definitely a scoring range. It's going to be the second guy. We're going to jump time it. Oh, man, that was so close. What is that dude's name? Stampedopoulos? What was that? Oh, that free kick was insane. RV, great turn. Clarkson over to Leonard. Okay, Leonard, keep it. Okay, that actually is not what I wanted, but you know what? It works. Clarkson shot. That is a full stretch save. Short corner. Clarkson into Harvey White. White's going to stop and try to find. Okay, there's too many people here in the way. Let's go to Clarkson. Let's try and get Frankie O'Donnell in a better spot, maybe, or instead. Gonna go top of the box to our center back. Okay, that shot was so weak. Don't think he has much shooting ability. Gets it to Junior. Frankie still onside. Frankie using his power. Oh man, that was some weakness right there. You gotta stay stronger. Gotta shield it a little better. All right, Tobers over to McGrath. Stop here. White over to Clarkson. Shot. Bro, I feel like every time Clarkson shoots right there, it's always saved. I've had so many shots so far with Clarkson in that spot, and we just can't score it. Junior, it's gonna be Clarkson looking for something. Top of the box. Leonard, free shot there, and Leonard scores, man. He has got an eye for goal. 75th minute, though. Aberdeen 3, Motherwell 0. And we are on a pretty nice run right now. I don't know if we're going to keep it up the whole season, but it's a very good sign because some of these players are so young, they can still get so much better. So to see this is special. Okonkwo, good save. Corner, and Okonkwo is going to catch that, man. I am so impressed with everyone in this team. Now, I didn't mean to kick it off my own teammate. It's going to work, though. Leonard's going to get it over. Okay, that pass is like a snail pace. Jensen over the top to McGrath. McGrath is going to try to play it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to try to head it backwards. He tried to. O'Donnell is going to get it to Leonard, actually. Leonard, Clarkson. It's going to be Leonard looking for the shot again, maybe. Okay, reset this. No, we can work this around. Work it around. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. And that's going to be 4-0. Bro, Leonard is an absolute beast. So many of these players are playing so well right now. Man, today we've been like dominant. We've not made many mistakes today. It's been pretty much all like A+ performances. Now, am I about to jinx it the final minute? No, I'm not. Okonkwo is going to get another clean sheet. And that is going to be full time. Another great win. I'm telling you, Celtic Rangers are not going to drop many points. So to challenge them, we have to play like this consistently. And that's exactly what we did today in this episode. So after that, 17 games in, we now jump into first, 2 points of Rangers and a whopping 6 above Celtic. Stat-wise, Junior has 10, Leonard has 8, Ali has 8. But man, Frankie O'Donnell has 4 goals in his first 6 games. Basically 4 in his last 2. For being only 60th rated, he feels like he's 75 in game. So he might actually, push Ali for this starting spot, maybe. But man, this team right now is in a great spot. It's just still very early though. We still got a lot of football to play, Now, before we end this episode though, we have a conversation with the Aberdeen director. And he says, our team has gotten a lot younger since you arrived. Now, this is not a bad thing, but I think our starting lineup needs a veteran leader. And we say, well, do you have someone in mind? He says it might be tricky to pull off, but I actually might. I think the average age of our starting lineup is actually probably like 24, maybe even like 25, but it's a very young starting lineup. So next episode, we're going to be in the January transfer window. Maybe our director has something up his sleeve, but drop a like if you want more of this series. And once again, click on screen if you want to watch the latest episode of our creative club in Spain with Lugo.